I'm going to go after now a hydrate problem. And the hydrate problem, what you're solving for is you're solving to find out how many waters are actually present in the hydrate, how many water molecules. And the key here is understand your goal to find out that number of waters. Your goal, your final step is going to be, or your goal is going to be taking the moles of your water and dividing it by the moles of your salt. Well, this problem starts out and reads, in a lab, a student heats 5.2 grams of hydrated zinc sulfite in a crucible. After heating the anhydrous salt, the zinc sulfite compound has a mass of 2.60 grams. What is the formula for the hydrate? In other words, how many waters are actually trapped within that zinc sulfite? Now, in the hydrated state, the hydrated salt, that contains both the salt and the water together. The problem is I want the moles of my water and the moles of my salt, so I need them as individuals. So what we did in this lab was we actually heated the salt and we allowed all the water to evaporate. When all the water evaporated in this situation, they took the mass of the salt in. Now they changed the name of the salt from hydrated now to anhydrous. Anhydrous just referring to without water, or it's dehydrated. It is the exact same salt, it's still zinc sulfite, the only difference is now there's no water. So if I was to take the difference of the hydrated salt minus the anhydrous or dehydrated salt, I would then get the mass of the water. And again, those are the two masses we now need. We need the salt and the water both as individuals. Again, my goal is to take the moles of the water divided by the moles of the salt. Well, the problem right now is both my salt and water in grams. So to get from mass to moles, we use molar mass. We get that from the periodic table. Water weighs in at 18.02 grams. That's one oxygen at 16 and two hydrogens at 2.02. And then my zinc sulfite, I add up 1 zinc, 1 sulfur, and 3 oxygens, and it weighs in at 145.46 grams per every mole. I change that also to moles. Now my final step, again, take the moles of my water and divide it by the moles of the salt, the zinc sulfite, which is 0.0179, and that gives me a multiple. That tells me how many waters. At this point I use regular rounding rules. If it was 8.4, I would keep it at 8. 8.5, I'd round it to 9. But it's now 8, so my zinc sulfite is a octahydrate.